Hi everyone, it's your boy Ricky here with Inkon3, and today we're going to be making a simple card using some Inkon3 colors, and we're also going to be using a stamp set and a stencil. The stamp set is bunny hugs, and the stencil is a leafy tree background, I believe is what it's called. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get this image stamped out. And it's a super simple card. It only took me 15 or 20 minutes to make this card. So what we're going to do is go ahead and get this stamped out. We are using Twiggy Brown for this, and we'll go ahead and get that stamped out twice. We want to make sure it's a really good impression here. And then as we get that stamped out, we are then going to do the leaves. And the leaves are stamped out using Goddess Green ink. What we're going to do is go ahead and get that lined up and go ahead and get this covered with some good ink here. I rub the stamp because it was the first time I've used it, and it kind of conditions it so this ink will stick to it. And we'll go ahead and get that inked up one more time and get that stamped out. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this cut out. We're going to clean the stamps, maybe never clean them right away. I usually tend to clean everything up when I am done with the card. So I went ahead and got that cut out. I used my scan and cut to do that. And now we're going to do the background. And I decided to use Trinity Teal on this, only because I wanted to be kind of like a sky background. So we're going to use the Leafy Forrest stencil here, and we're just going to rub this ink all over it. This ink spreads so nice when stenciling. I mean, you can see it goes on really well. And this color is probably one of my favorite colors that are in my stash. It just really goes on really well, and I really enjoy working with this color. So we're going to go ahead and get that all covered up here, and then we're going to release it, and we're going to see the beauty that is this vine look. It's so pretty. Look at that. Wow, it's amazing. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this cut. I cut this at 4 inches by 5¼ inches. I'm a little crazy here, and I like to cut off I like to cut off a side of each side here. Only because I'm crazy. You don't have to do this. It's what I do. Then once we go ahead and get the sides cut off here so that it's at 4 by 5¼ we will then move over to a black mat. And if you guys know me, I'm pretty much the king of the black mat on behind every card that I make. I just enjoy it. It's super thin. It just makes the card stand out from the cardstock, and I just really love it. So basically here I'm cutting this at, I believe, a little bit less than 4¼ and a little bit less than 5½ so that it fits on the card. Now we're going to use some art glitter glue here. We're going to go ahead and get this glued down onto the black mat. I'm taking my own little time here, putting everything back together, just wasting my little time here. And we'll go ahead and get that placed down onto the mat. My head did not appear here, but I got it even. I can't believe it. Wow, look at me. I'm a big boy. So now I'm just looking at it to see exactly how I want this to be on the card. And the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get the sentiment stamped out. I'm going to place this into my Mini Misty, and we're going to be using the black ink here. I'm showing this to my friend Melinda as I'm making the card. We're going to go ahead and get that placed into the Mini Misty, and we're going to get the ink or the stamp set here and choose a sentiment. I decided to use the big hugs on this and also the word sending. So I'm sitting here thinking, reading all the sentiments. I'm imagining where it can go onto the card, and I found the place. So I'm going to go ahead and get the hugs on there. And we are going to be using the black detailed ink from Inkon3 to go ahead and get that placed onto the card. Well, my head shows up, trying to get it even. There we go. You know, it always has to show up every now and then. Can't avoid it. So we're going to go ahead and use the black ink here and go ahead and get that stamped out. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the sending on here, and also my head will show up to make sure it's all even and it gets all stamped out pretty even. And we're going to use the same detail black ink to do that as well. Stamp it out one more time just to make sure it's dark enough. And there we have it. The next thing I'm going to do is put some 3M foam tape on the back of the tree and get that popped up. And that'll be pretty much completing the card. We'll have to get it onto a card base, but I'll show you that here in a second. And then here is the final card before I place it onto the card base. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please head over to Inkon3 and check out all their awesome stamps and all of their inks. Their inks are lovely. They're great. You can ink blend very well with those. Here we go. I'm going to get this glued onto the card base and we'll be done. Also, make sure you follow them over on YouTube and over, well, you're watching this on YouTube. Follow them over on Instagram, but you can also find me on Instagram and YouTube by searching for Bromero Cards. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for supporting Inkon3. We truly appreciate it. And you guys have a great week. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.